The Dore Lectures on Mental Science, Forward. The addresses contained in this volume were delivered by me at the Dore Gallery, Bond Street, London, on the Sundays of the first 3 months of the present year, and are now published at the kind request of many of my hearers. Hence their title of the Dore Lectures. A number of separate discourses on a variety of subjects necessarily labors under the disadvantage of want of continuity, and also under that of a liability to the frequent repetition of similar ideas and expressions, and the reader will, I trust, pardon these defects as inherent in the circumstances of the work. At the same time, it will be found that, although not specifically so designed, there's a certain progressive development of thought through the dozen of lectures which compose this volume. The reason for which is that they all aim at expressing the same fundamental idea, namely that though the laws of the universe can never be broken, they can be made to work under special conditions which will produce results that could not be produced under the conditions spontaneously provided by nature. This is a simple scientific principle, and it shows us the place which is occupied by the personal factor, that namely of an intelligence which sees beyond the present limited manifestation of the law into its real essence, and which thus constitutes the instrumentality by which the infinite possibilities of the law can be evoked into forms of power, usefulness, and beauty. The more perfect, therefore, the working of the personal factor, the greater will the results developed from the universal law, and hence our lines of study should be twofold. On the one hand, the theoretical study of the action of universal law, and on the other, the practical fitting of ourselves to make use of it. And if the present volume should assist any reader in this twofold quest, it will have answered its purpose. The different subjects have necessarily been treated very briefly, and the addresses can only be considered as suggestions for lines of thought which the reader will be able to work out for himself. And he must therefore not expect that careful elaboration of detail which I would gladly have bestowed had I been writing on one of these subjects exclusively. This little book must be taken only for what it is, the record of somewhat fragmentary talks with a very indulgent audience, to which I gratefully dedicate the volume. June 5th, 1909, TT.